Cubicle.
Welcome. How you doing?
I'm wonderful.
Yes, I
Yes,
see.
yes.
I see
Oh,
we
thank
in
you.
sync. You know,
Thank
we're
you.
trying to get
We
the
got our
green.
ring going.
You know,
Got our ring going.
Yes, you know what I'm saying?
I
Getting
love
this
it.
money.
I love it.
Yes,
Absolutely getting this money.
exactly.
For a
You
fact.
are, for sure.
For a
Congrats,
fact.
girl.
Congratulations to you too.
Thank
I
you.
see you killing it out here.
Yeah, you know, I'll try. You know,
Every
try
time
to
I'm
do
on
a thing.
social media, there you go, popping up, doing something else, you know? You killing it out here.
Got to. So how's your life beyond the cubicle?
Life has been wonderful, you know. I can't even begin to explain to you the feelings that I feel every single day.
Yeah.
But to be honest, if I had to put it in words, I would say just abundant.
Okay.
Grateful and abundant. Like that's how I've been feeling lately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been seeing your progression, you know, since I met you at the event, you know, at the TED Talk.
Yeah. TED Talk.
Yeah.
Yes. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta tell them how we met.
I know,
We gotta
man.
tell them how we met.
It was crazy. I'm just there. So what I do lots of times, you know, when I'm at events and they ask people to speak or if they have a question, I make sure I always lead with telling people about my podcast. Right. You know,
Right.
promo. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I did that not knowing, you know, who was in the building. And here I am, you know, nice little baddie pull up on me. Hey, how you doing? Da 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 da. We chop it up. And man, you know what I liked is that you led with some value.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because usually people, they just come and they just want to get stuff from you. But
Right.
you came and was like, yo, there's an event going on. I'm like, girl, how much? Nah, you gonna get in.
Yeah.
Popped up. You kept your word. You know what I'm saying? And now here we is speaking the word.
Right.
On Sunday, right?
Absolutely. On a Sunday. On a Sunday.
Yeah,
How
man.
about that?
Yeah, and
How about that?
it's just been great ever since. You know what I'm saying? You continuously provided value for me, and I appreciate that. You know what I'm
No
saying?
problem.
Yeah.
I appreciate you, you know. I feel like if it wasn't for us connecting and being able to really get to know one another a little bit more, maybe I would not have even thought about podcasting, you know, because at the time when I met you, I wasn't even in tech or anything. Like I was just a property manager, you know, just trying to figure out my life. Like, what am I going to do outside of property management? Because it's fun, it's cool, but it's not paying my bills all the way. And so I'm talking to you and you're telling me like, oh, I'm in podcasting, da-da-da-da. I'm like, oh, really? Like, that's cool. Like, I think I might be interested in podcasting.
Yeah.
That would be nice. And so I think that another thing people need to recognize is when you're networking, and to be honest, networking is not just when you're going to an event. Like, let's be for real. If you have a real business going on and you got things you're really trying to do, you're going to utilize everywhere you go for networking. If you're going to the gas station, that's a networking event. If you're going to the grocery store,
girl, dropping
that's a
gems.
networking event.
Okay.
If you're going, I don't know, out for a walk, that's a networking event. Because you never know who you may meet at any given time. It doesn't just have to be at a networking event. It's more so about being intentional about where you're at. More so being intentional about where you're going. Snap at the fingers.
Being intentional. No, that word what you said
intentional.
there is so key.
Yeah.
You have to be very intentional about how you go ahead.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because people look at networking as, you know, and I've been guilty myself, just taking a picture with a person so you can post it. You know, everybody want to get that shock value from the social media, right? But not realizing, how do you build a relationship with this person?
Absolutely.
So with you, I'm not sure if you went to school for it or how you learned it, but you're good at connecting the dots and also leading with value.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Thank
so outside of being fine as hell, you know, fine like
thank
a
you.
ticket on a dash, you know what I'm saying? You're showing that, okay, I'm not just my booty, you know what I'm saying? You actually have a brain up here, and you're knowing how to bring value to somebody. You know what I mean? So to me, I think when you're networking and being intentional, it's so key to make sure you're bringing something if you want to build that relationship with that person. Nobody ain't got no damn time to waste.
Nobody got time to waste.
You know what I mean? There's money out here.
You gotta remember that time is worth more than any money you can ever have.
No, facts.
The older you get, the less of it you have.
Yes.
Maybe the older you get, the more money you have. But if you don't have enough time, what is the money?
Yeah.
What is the money?
No, facts.
Both of them are, you know, great.
Yeah.
But what are you gonna do with the time? Who are you willing to trade your time with? Who are you willing to give your time to?
Yes.
Because that's gonna also let the person know how much you value them as well. Like, wow, you gave me some of your time that you don't even have. You gave me some of that. Thank you.
So you value my time?
For that. I appreciate you for that. What?
You
I
do?
value that.
You was late today.
Yeah, I know. Listen, I was trying
Gotta
to
put her on the spot real quick. You know what I'm saying?
I was trying to get it together.
No, but you
okay?
came together. You know, I'm seeing your nails here. Okay.
Thank you.
She is dripped up and dripped out. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Doing your thing. Because I
gotta
know
get it together.
you're a full-time mom as well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You just got another great opportunity in the world of tech. So Life Beyond the Cubicle is looking fabulous for you.
Oh, yes.
So,
yes.
I mean, how was that though? Like, what were you going through internally when you make all these advancements?
Well, I think I just kind of like prepare myself for whatever's going to happen before it happens. Because here's the deal. When you already know you're a certain type of person, and when you already know the goals that you're trying to get to and what you're trying to accomplish, if you pay attention to the laws of quantum physics, you're going to know that whatever you think of in your mind is literally going to become attracted to you. Like for me, right? I started my Course Careers Bootcamp in June.
Shout out to Course Careers.
Shout out to Course Careers.
By
the end of June, I already had my first tech job, right?
Wow.
So I wasn't
so when did you take the course?
I started the course at the beginning of June.
Wow.
Before the end of June, like my grandmother then passed away this month. I had to go to Alabama. I had to do so many different things. But by the time the end of June came, matter of fact, June 18th, I got my offer letter.
For Juneteenth?
Yes,
okay.
Exactly. And knowing this, it was just like, wow, like what? I really made this happen. This is crazy. Yeah. And so I'm like, okay, let me try to implement that same exact strategy, because once I have these things in my mind and once I'm realizing like, okay, when I do this, this is gonna happen. Yeah. Because every action has a reaction.
No, facts.
So I've always thought that I was that girl. I've always thought, I'm gonna be a millionaire one day. Like, and I may not be a millionaire yet, but I'm coming there. I'm getting there. It's gonna attract me.
Yes,
I'm gonna be a rich girl one day. I'm already a rich girl one day. I'm rich in spirit, I'm rich in love, I'm rich in happiness, and the money's gonna come along with that as well. You know what I'm saying? The money's gonna come along.
Yes, of course, because you're taking the right steps to attract it to you.
Absolutely.
So the universe has no choice but to be on your side.
Absolutely.
But do you get help? Like, 'cause I know you're a mom, right? Are you getting help because your daddy on child support?
No child support. Never thought about putting him on child support. You know what I thought about
crazy.
Yeah, when I had my kids, I said, I'm not going to worry about child support. I'm just going to go harder. That's what I'm going to do.
Okay, y'all listen up out here, BMs. No, now, I do understand at times you have to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because you do have men out here that be trying to capitalize, and don't play their role.
Right.
But then I was recently scrolling on the ground and I saw Tyrese was crying because his baby mama getting $20,000 a month for child support.
Right.
That's crazy. You don't want that money there, though? What would you do with an extra 20 a month?
Well, what would I do with the extra 20 a month? I would multiply it. And I just gonna multiply what I already got. So I can make that.
No, but I get your mindset when it comes to it. You're basically saying, like, yo, look, I'm above this. So, like, not that you don't want it. But
it's not that I don't want it. Here's the deal. My folks was always telling me, even when I was pregnant, like, go on to put him on child support, do what you gotta do. Like, the situation, it just is what it is. Put him on child support. I actually went to the office. I tried to do it. And the process was so long. The people that was in there, their energy was just off. Yeah. I did not want to be in that office for more than a minute. Like, when I walked in there, I was already ready to go. Wow. I had to wait forever. I went and filled out the little paperwork or whatever, and then they took forever. And I'm like, I'm not going through this again and again and again. And it's a certain type of energy that comes with going inside those places. It's a certain type of energy that these people have inside of those places. Yeah. And it's like, am I going to continue to deal with this type of stuff and continue having to give these people all my information, all my kids' information? They don't deserve to have that. Like, this is my stuff. Why should I have to go through all of these different processes?
You don't deserve, girl.
Yeah, like just to get a couple dollars that maybe my kid's dad will pay or maybe he won't. Who really even knows? You know,
facts. Yeah,
I'm not putting him under the bus or anything. We're all human. We all have our own process to go through. Yeah. But that's just something I don't have time for. I already ain't got time for a lot of stuff, but that's something I really don't have time for. The time that I'm gonna sit here and try to beg somebody to give me $100 a month, $200 a month, whatever, I could have went out and Did my course careers boot camp.
Exactly.
Hit the code manifest50 and I got $50 off. Finished the boot camp in less than 48 days.
Yeah.
Landed me a job, and in less than 3 months at 6 figures.
What?
Now, I don't think that I'm gonna be
$5.
able. Yeah, like I don't think I'm gonna be able to get 6 figures trying to get child support
No,
right now.
fact,
but I know I can give that to myself.
Yeah.
Right.
Unless your baby daddy was Usher or something like that. You know
Right. You know, he need to get in the tech too.
I know.
Get the tech bag with
Get
me,
your
Poppy.
tech. You know what I'm saying? Don't get that bag. No,
Don't
no,
get
no.
the
You know
tech
what?
bag.
I feel your mindset when it comes to that. You're basically saying it's kind of like people who say, you know, when they get government assistance, let me stay within a certain radar so I can still get in the check.
Like I don't want to enable myself to lower myself.
Exactly. And people don't realize that what you just said in terms of energy, you're keeping yourself at a certain frequency. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's cool to get the government check, be on Section 8. That's great. Nobody ain't got shit. I've seen some homegirls that they living in a whole 4-bedroom house off Section 8.
Right.
But you don't realize the mentality and the habits that you're creating by dealing with that lower frequency.
Yeah, and it makes you feel like, you know, because I have a lot of friends that have been, you know, or still on Section 8, and they tell me all the time, like, no, I'm going to get this job right here, because if I get this job, I'm going to be making too much, and then I'm not going to be able to keep, I'm not going to be able to keep the stuff that I got.
Exactly.
And it's like,
So you're holding yourself back. Yeah.
The government, I don't want to get too deep into it, but the government
No, but it is what it is.
enabling us
Yes.
to continue to live a certain type of lifestyle in order for us to just continue to stay the same way how we've been.
Stay mediocre.
Yeah, and it's like, how are we going to progress? How are we going to grow
Yes.
if we continue to stay in that same mind frame? If we continue to have that same perspective on life?
Yeah.
That's not acceptable. That's not okay.
No,
Our
you're right.
kids are looking at that, and they're growing up in the system too. They're growing up like, I turned 18, I'm gonna have my kids, I'm gonna get my money, and I'm gonna do what I want to do because I seen my mama do it.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
And a lot of parents don't realize how important that is, because now you actually are living a certain lifestyle, and people don't realize they like to overindulge on things that they don't have. So let's say you actually was on Section 8. Now, every day we eating ribs and steak. So now your kid is thinking, wow, mommy living a life.
Section 8 is lit, baby.
You know?
We eating good.
Mommy
you know
got that
what I'm
EBT.
saying?
You know what I'm saying? Because I've seen it.
Just
you
got
know?
the card. Just
Yeah.
got the card.
Just got, you know, I used to talk to this chick one time. She let me hold the EBT. Like, yo, it was lit. You know, just swipe and pick it
little
up.
vibe.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so
It's
and
definitely a
that's how it
vibe.
goes.
But you don't realize it's keeping you from rising.
Yeah, it's keeping you in that same frequency. It's keeping you in that
Exactly.
same tax bracket. Because hop out that tax bracket if you want to, then you ain't going to get what you already getting. And they feel like, oh, well, if I was to make more, then that's just going to pay for the stuff that it's already paying for now. So I might as well stay where I'm at.
Yeah.
But my
Might
mindset
as well
was,
bum it.
Yeah. So my mindset was, okay, if I was to do this, and I don't get, you know, Section 8, food stamps, whatever, then what can I do in order to not only make the amount to give me what I need, but make even more than that? What else can I do in order to get so far above that that's not even on my mind frame no more?
No, facts.
I got friends who over here, most of my friends are way older than me, so I'm just gonna, you know, throw that out.
You got an old soul.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Like,
we are in age.
Exactly.
And I kind of be your uncle, but not.
right. And so, like, I'm 27. I don't really hang out with anybody under this.
You are a grown woman.
You know, yeah. Like most of my friends are at least 35 and up.
Okay.
So, some of my other friends that are quite older, they're excited because they're applying for like Social Security and this and that. But I'm like,
Oh, you got friends applying for Social Security?
Yeah, but like, why are you applying for this? Why are you so happy?
They already done gave up on life.
Yeah.
That life beyond the cubicle could life you now.
Life beyond the cubicle will life you, man.
No, facts.
Like, what is retirement? What is all these different things? These things are not even real. This is something that the society has impressed upon you to make you think that, like, oh, I'm going to retire, then I'm going to collect my SSI if it's available for me, which it won't be by the time we get to be that age.
But it's still coming out the check.
But it's still coming out the check. And so my thing is, if you already got it and you're already doing good, why would you want to stop doing what you're doing? The situation is a lot of baby boomers have retired, and a lot of baby boomers had to go get more jobs because the monies that they're getting is not
running
enough.
out.
Yeah, it's not. Nobody could have prepared for COVID. Nobody could have prepared for all the things that life has to offer, good and bad.
Yeah.
And so when you're in that situation where you retire, most people, they end up passing away between the first 10 years of them retiring because they don't have something that's giving them them that life force, that's giving them the reason to get up every morning and dress up every morning and go and do something to make something of themselves.
This girl's spitting facts out here.
Yeah, but
I love it.
Thank you. You know, I tried.
No, you can. Yo, you on your stuff. Because a lot of people don't realize if you don't have a certain level of financial literacy, you could really be living in poverty and not even know. You know what I'm saying? It's the poverty thinking. So if you don't know anything about index annuities, where your money can grow for you, you know what I mean?
Okay, talk to them. Talk to the people. I love that.
You know, it's you don't know what you don't know. Like when I met Coach Stormy, you know what I mean? That was one of the things that she bestowed upon me. You don't know what you don't know. So at the end of the day, that's why you need coaches.
Right.
That's why you need her to help you in the tech space, because she's living it. She did it, she got it, and we here. And life is definitely bright outside the cubicle.
It definitely is. It definitely is.
Man, this was good.
This was great.
Yes, our first run.
Woo!
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It was dope. You know.
I'm proud of us. Hey,
Yeah,
pretty here. You know what? We gotta come up with a handshake.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do a little of this.
We're gonna do a little handshake. We're gonna come up with a little handshake. We're gonna have something next time.
You know, something. We're gonna figure it out. We appreciate y'all coming on this journey with us. You know what I mean? Our first segment out the gate. We knocked it out, clean out the park. So y'all make sure y'all stay tuned for the next one. When the next one?
Soon. Maybe we'll start doing this, weekly calls, weekly.
I hold you accountable. We gotta hold each other accountable.
Absolutely. You're my accountability partner now.
Okay,
we got this. We're gonna make it happen.
No, you're right.
I feel like it's good for people to be able to receive value in different avenues and different ways.
Exactly.
And if we already have a platform, why not utilize it in order to enrich our people? Because like you said before, we don't know what we don't know sometimes.
Facts.
So let's get it.
Yay.
Let's get it. Thank
Life
y'all for
Beyond the
coming.
Cubicle. Yeah.